And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Now Jones. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
All right, here we go. Green.
And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix there for the stop.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit!
Allen looks to throw on second down. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and this will have been returned to right around the 38-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Let's go, come on.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Zoom. Hurry up. Green 18.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And Crosby puts it through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call a sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Leopard! Gone! Detroit!
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Leopard!
Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Leopard!
Again, it's McCoy. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56!
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
Let's go!
To throw on 3rd down, Allen. And that is incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Schmidt on to punt as he sends it away. This is taken at the 18. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. On second down, here's Rodgers. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams from 8 yards out. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
Crosby on now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And some room to maneuver.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Flush to his right. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A really nice gain of 25 yards. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they've got it here with a first down. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. A give to McCoy. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll go again to McCoy. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now McCoy. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. LaShawn McCoy, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills draw a bit closer. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter.
Hurry up.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Throwing is Rodgers, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jerry Hughes coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. 10th carry now for McCoy. McCoy's got the first down and more as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
This gives to McCoy, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Green 39! Green 39!
And Now they'll throw with Allen. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Clay Matthews in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. He got 29 yards that time. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll pitch it out to McCoy. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words.
Detroit! Detroit!
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Leopard.
Now McCoy. And some room to roam now. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a 3rd down.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Gone, 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 gone. Detroit, Detroit. Gone, 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 gone.
To throw, it's Allen. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. McCoy, the lone man in the backfield on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Here's McCoy. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now the Packers going to take another timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Hurry up, hurry up. Here we go. 58.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
319. 319. Hey, check 26. No. Hurry up.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
That's fine. Hurry up. Yeah.
Rodgers looking to throw on second down. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third down, they go Montgomery. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Let's go, come on. No.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And this one is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now it's Rodgers, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On second down, Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Okay, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen in today's NFL, they're going to weigh over 300 pounds. But that doesn't mean they don't have agility. And the way that they can get out in front of a runner and create a space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and the runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because it's been blocked so well. Love those misdirection or counter plays, and this one worked really well for a nice piece of yardage.
The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
Well.
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. And he's brought down. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Rodgers now on first down. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Jamal Williams. And now it's second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The Packers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
And Crosby can't get it to come back. It's no good. Wide to the right, and we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38. Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, here's Allen. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Bills on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game, they had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They'll try to get something going with Ty Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Rodgers to throw once more. And that's incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And again, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And oh my, mistake there. Backs up, takes a fair catch at the 3-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And an alley to run. And they're going to get this one all the way out to the 25-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Watch it now, Barney.
And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Here's Colton Schmidt now, as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And taken right at the 35. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
18 yards the gain for number 18. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On the carry, it's Montgomery. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Alexander in there to get him for a loss of 5. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Past the 20. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jimmy Graham from 8 yards out. And the Packers have moved out in front. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Crosby connects on the extra point. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And he's got some space here. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there with officially a 103-yard return. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. And now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
319! 319!
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And Graham's got it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
319!
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. On 1st down, Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Jerry Hughes in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5. Yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Hey, where y'all going? Hurry up, hurry up. Trip. 319.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Rodgers now on 1st down. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb, 39 yards. And the Packers have moved out in front.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
It really has, especially as of late. He'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
The Bills on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Detroit! 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. He's back to throw. Benjamin's got it. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. What a big tackle there defensively.
One of the most difficult things for a defender to do. And think about the speed that he brought down. If he gets away, he's likely gone.
Back to throw. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. They'll look to throw. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Now Allen. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Leopard! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
Back to throw. Allen. This will be caught just inside the 10. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. His tight end Clay, the intended receiver.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Now the Bills will take another timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And some room to work. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.